Greetings, it is I, Eamon. We are going to be looking at the currency and accounting formatting options in Microsoft Excel, what the difference between them is, and how to use them in your spreadsheet. Let's get to it. Greetings, it is I, Eamon. Let's look at currency and accounting formatting here in Microsoft Excel. I've got a bunch of random numbers. They are the same numbers in each of these columns. There's no format, or rather the format, as you'll see up here, is the general format. This is what you get out of the box. I've got a bunch of decimal spaces after the decimal. And the first thing we want to do is just point and click up here on this drop-down menu and select currency. Boom. Out of the box, it gives us a dollar sign like we would expect. Gives us the comma there after the thousandth space, and then it reduces the numbers after the decimal to just having two numbers. Okay, the second way to point and click, let's do it in our accounting format, is with more options. So we click this little arrow here in the ribbon, and we have all these options available to us. Let's select the accounting option, and we'll just leave everything default here. But as you can see, with these more options, we can change the decimal spaces we might want to see. We don't want that for our purposes. We'll leave it at 2. Okay, now we have the first difference you can visually see here between currency and accounting. The dollar signs are all lined up, or the currency signs. You can change that. Check this out. Let's say we wanted for some foolish reason to change this to Bitcoin. Well, there you go. There's a Bitcoin symbol right there. And instead of lining that up on the left, it lines it up on the right. And because it's now Bitcoin, it knows that we probably want to see a gazillion decimal places after each of these numbers. Let's get rid of that, though. Back to our dollar sign. And we've got it lined up over here on the left, so that's aligned together because accountants are neat and orderly. And then over here, it looks much the same as our currency, with one exception down here in the negative numbers. In our currency, we default to having a negative sign, and in our accounting, we default to having a parentheses around negative numbers. This is a preference thing. In accounting, you'll often see the parentheses around things. But, you know, that can be changed as well. Here, let's highlight our currency again. And do you know about keyboard combos? So if you click the Alt button, or if you press the Alt button on your keyboard, you see all those numbers up there, or all those letters up there. Now I can press H. Now I can press N, and it accesses that little spot right there in the drop-down menu, and I can start typing in accounting. So I can change that just by doing these keyboard combos. Look how quick that is. Instead of having to go grab my mouse and then find it up here and then click up here, I can just, boom, Alt-H-N, and then I can type in accounting, or Alt-H-N, type in currency. Okay, let's see if we can do that little arrow button too. Alt-H, check it out, FM. That opens that same format cells dialog that we were in before. And now I can come down here, and let's change it so I want red numbers instead of having the negative sign. Okay, so now I've got red numbers. Let's change this one too. And incidentally, I can just use my arrow keys to arrow over here and then Control-Shift-Down arrow, and that selects that whole column if we're going to just stick with this keyboard shortcut madness. And then we're back in here, and we can do the same thing. Oh, or can we? And here's the other difference with accounting. That's the only way to put negative numbers in accounting. That's the way that it's traditionally seen, is with that parentheses, rather than making them with a negative sign or with a red color. Hope that's helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers in 2023. Have a great one. You're awesome. Goodbye.